What's up? Journal number 44. I've been a few days since I've uploaded. I had a wrestling tournament with my son up in Denver, so I had to do that for a few days. But now we're back. The the business has been going good, and I'll go over the sales here in a little bit. But I've been doing my accounting. Turns out I've got all my credit cards uploaded, but there was transactions missing on a few of them, and I had no idea why. Hit up Xero, which is my accounting software, and they were told me that I didn't have the right date range, and so I changed that and was able to upload a lot of my transactions, um, but I wasn't able to upload on my Capital One cards. Uh, Whenever I went in there to upload it, it only lets you upload a month of transactions. And I don't really know why. I'm guessing for security reasons, maybe. I don't know. Anyways, so now I have to go through and manually upload all of my statements, my bank statements for each month, which sucks. But I'm chipping away at it. There are whatchamacallits, softwares that you can use to, upload it for you. But whew, it's a pretty penny to do that. And right now I'm trying to keep my expenses low. So unfortunately, my time is not worth it. Well, my time is worth the cost of that. So I'm gonna have to just do it manually right now. I know it's better not to, but I'm not gonna spend $100 on that right now. I need to keep my expenses as low as I possibly can, and then I'll be all right once I get back from that. But just gotta upload all the statements, and then once I get those statements uploaded, then I gotta go through the transactions and reconcile all of them, which won't take long. It will take a little bit of time at the beginning just to set everything up, and then once it starts recognizing all the charges. So once it sees like a PayPal charge, it'll know that that was a product that I bought. You know what I'm saying? So it'll just start running it down, just clicking OK on everything, reconciling real fast. But then the hard part, I am gonna go through and get all of my receipts for everything and put them with my transactions on Xero. I want to do that because I want to try to take as many deductions as I possibly can this year, and I think that I'll be able to do that. It's just gonna be uh, I have to upload all the receipts. That way, I am confident that I can do that. With the IRS doing the new, I don't know if you guys know, but the IRS did like a new thing where you have to file your taxes if you do $600 or more in sales, and which is crazy, stupid. I think it's a waste of time and money, but they are going to be going after people who will only generate $600 in sales compared to previously it was $20,000 in sales. I don't understand that whatsoever. It makes zero sense. Like someone could sell their couch, that they're just wanting to get out of the house, get rid of it. And they bought it for, I don't know, some few grand, and then they're like, just sell it for $600, get it out of here. They have to, like, if they did on eBay or something, they have to report that income, which is ridiculous. That's so stupid, and especially I don't know. Anyways, that's beside the point. But I'm getting it down, getting it squared away. Once I get that all squared away, I'll feel more confident in my buys and stuff because right now I'm starting to understand my numbers and I'm understanding they are a little crazy right now. So I need to get in there and make sure I'm good, and that will help me with my buying decisions. Like I do want to buy, I want to purchase more educational stuff, but right now my business can't afford to purchase educational stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not in the budget, so I'm not gonna buy any more of that type of stuff until I have a complete grasp on my numbers and know exactly where I'm at and what I need to do and if I'm doing it, if I'm not, yada yada yada, But that's been my main focus for the last month. I mean, you've heard me talk about accounting for the last few videos, well, a lot of videos, talk about accounting, trying to get it down. Because when I very first started this, if you go back to my first journals, then it was definitely I was gung ho about getting into wholesale. I was gung ho about get starting this new stuff and all that. But then I started um, my cash flow started suffering hard, and it was just because my inventory was suffering, and that's because one, I stopped buying for a little bit, and two, I bought a big ass course, and expensive course, and just wasn't ready for it. I was using the money that I used to buy that course should have been used on inventory, and that would have kept my inventory up and everything flowing. But I made the mistake, and the only reason I made that mistake is because I don't know my numbers, or I didn't know my numbers, and so I need to just have a good grasp on that. And I think that once I do that, my confidence will, I swear. But we got to get there first. I've got a good grasp on the basic knowledge of accounting, and now I'm going to start implementing it in my accounting software. And I know I can hire this out. I know. But one, I can't afford $200 something a month charge. Can't afford that. I can't. And I also want to have a grasp on this. Like, this is the language of business, and I need to know where the language is. Or I need to understand. Like, whenever if I'm talking to somebody about business, I need to be able to talk to them about it. You know what I'm saying? I can't, and if you know like the wording and stuff, people will know. People like if I'm calling up a wholesaler and I'm not using the right lingo to match business lingo, they're gonna know. They're gonna know that I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. But if I go contact them and I'm able to tell them exactly where my margins are, exactly where my, ROI, this and that, what I'm looking for, what price I need, yada yada, then they're gonna be a lot more inclined to work with me, you know, because they're like, oh, this guy, he knows what he wants, he knows what he's looking for, and that's the type of thing that I need to get to, and that's why I'm learning accounting through and through. It's taking a little bit, but so is taking, you know, courses in college for accounting. And I'm doing exactly. I graduated from college with a exercise science degree, and I'm not using it. It's kind of useless right now, but I graduated from there, and what I did to get that degree in that field was what I'm doing to learn accounting now. I'm using the same exact process, and like you, in my opinion, you don't need to go to college to learn things like this, especially with like solid numbering and stuff like that. You don't need that. You just need a willingness to learn it, and then a consistent everyday chipping away at the learning process, just like college would have you do, except for I'm not stressing about tests. I'm trying to see if I can get my numbers lined up. And you can always tell when your numbers are lined up or not because it will line up exactly with what your transactions are and with what your statements look like. And, you know. Anyways, that's what I've been mainly doing. Like every day, I hey, for the last, I think it's been 4 or 5 days, 5 days now. I've been getting up at 4 a.m. and I'm super proud of myself because I'm not a morning person really. You say I say that, but you choose what you are. You know what I'm saying? And now I'm able to just break down that barrier because I'm getting up at 4 a.m. Mainly because my kids they sleep or I'm sorry, they wake up at 6 in the morning every day. So I have to get up at 4 so that I can get at least 2 hours of work in before they wake up, and that's coming off of me trying. I've been looking up ways to take control of my time more. And one of the biggest things that I've been seeing is, your first 2 hours of your day are the most productive of the entire day. Like you're gonna be the most alert, you're gonna be the most productive, and you're gonna be the most I guess I mean you are tired, but you're after I get a cup of coffee in me, I'm good. I'm good. I'm rolling. You know what I'm saying? If you don't drink coffee, I don't know. Um, I can't really speak for you, but the first 2 hours of the day is super important, and you have to use it towards something that you're trying to improve on. So if you're trying to lose weight, first 2 hours a day, you should work out. I'm I've had I've been physically healthy my entire life and never had an issue being having physical health. And, but I've always had struggled financially. I've never had good financial health, and that's where I'm focusing on. That's where all of my energy is going towards. And so what I was doing before I was getting up at 4 a.m. was I was working out. I was getting up, getting the kids ready, taking them to school, going to work out, and then if my hourly job didn't need any help, I'd be able to work on my business. But that would be I'd wake up at 6 whenever my kids wake up, and then I would go work out, get the kids to school, go work out, and then by the time I get started working on my business, it would be 9 o'clock, sometimes later, depending on what I did for the workout. So pushing my wake up time a little earlier gives me that freedom to just get up, get a cup of coffee made, and start working, you know. And that's man, I feel great about it. It feels really good to have good 2, sometimes 3 hours my kids will sleep in. Sometimes there are 2 to 3 hours of work in already in the day, and then by the time like right now it's 1:30, by the time 2, 3 o'clock rolls around, I'm like, dang, I was working. It feels like I worked on that stuff yesterday, but it was this morning when I worked on that stuff, and it's perfect. It really is. And um, if if um, if anybody is doubting it, just give it a try. It definitely is something that will change like immediately, just by the amount of productivity that you can get done. But anyways, the my sales for the day, I mean, it's only 130, so I'm at $132 in sales, and I'm at $16 in profit, and that's after like all the expenses and everything. And then also for the month, I'm at $5,455 in sales, and then $339 in profit. So, I mean, not great, not gonna nothing to write home about or anything. But if you guys have been watching my previous videos, last 2 months I've been in the negatives, and so I reduced my expenses like hardcore. I didn't quite get rid of my prep center, um, but I did stop sending them money, and I'm gonna see if they'll just kind of hold my account. I haven't been like communicating with them, which is probably not a good thing. Um, but I'm hoping that they're like, because this is October, so maybe hopefully they can be like, well, maybe he's just gonna buy a ton in November, which is true. I am gonna do that. I'm hoping that they'll be able to hold my account for that long. Um, because then maybe I will have enough cash flow to start that back up again. I don't know. We'll see. It's a waiting game right now to see where my numbers are going to be at in next month and stuff. Because man, I don't want to get rid of my prep center. I do want to keep it. I just can't afford to be keeping it at the moment. But it is what it is. We'll get back to where we were. Because before I started recording these videos, whenever I was working full time at my job, my hourly job, I was pulling in close a little. I think it was a little under 2 grand per month for like 3 months in a row, I think. And man, I was like, man, this is awesome. I'm doing great. And then I went full time and did part time on that, which I know is early, and I'm definitely not what shouldn't have. Well, I don't know. I'm not gonna say I shouldn't have because I'm pretty confident that I'm gonna make this work. I didn't after I when I once I went full time in this and part time on my job, I I would had the worst month of my entire year so far, and it was because, like I said earlier, inventory went down and all that with me doing stupid buying decisions, but learning from it every day, learning something new every day. But all right, I've gone on long enough. We'll see you guys in the next one.